Everybody, James Zheng here, biblical success coach. I help people be able to develop quantum leaps. And welcome to Daily Wisdom. This one we spend 10, 15 minutes together and we're implementing some wisdom principles to help you in your business, your life, your finances, the things that you want to be able to get. I'm excited because we've committed this year to helping you and all of us to be able to achieve what's called a quantum leap. A quantum leap. A quantum leap is being able to achieve extraordinary things without much apparent effort. So if that sounds like something interesting to you, you want to have a quantum leap in your life, put a 1 in the chat. And we're going to go through this. We're titling today the best and the worst part of a quantum leap. Share this, like this, subscribe to our YouTube. We do these daily, Monday through Friday, but also we put them onto our YouTube there as well too, and everything. But glad to see everybody. Pam, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Annette, good morning. What's going on, everybody? Great to see you. All right. The best and the worst part of a quantum leap, what is that? It's so funny. So if you don't know, I coach people to build online businesses. What's up, Christina? Hey, Carol, great to see you. And just as early as yesterday, we have a team training that's going on. And I see your question, you're procrastinating business. Why? Look at my last live. I just talked about decision making, actually. And I had what I thought was an incredible training that happened. And I was telling people yesterday, I'm out here in San Francisco. We had, as you're going towards the quantum leap, you're going to hit challenges, right? I'm sure we can all attest. Put a 2 in the chat if this year you've already had a challenge. So I'm going through a challenging phase. We had power outages. I was telling them how my attitude was great and we overcame and we figured it out. And I'm sharing the story and it was impactful. And I'm like, all right, cool. I don't like challenges as much as anyone else as well too, but it is a challenge to succeed. It is inevitable to happen because challenges grow you, right? And overcame it. Life was good. And I thought everything was amazing. And guess what? As early as just an hour or two after that challenge, have you ever overcame a problem and you thought things were clear? And then all of a sudden you're like, wait, there's another one. That first one almost took me down, but not another one. Oh my gosh. And it's so interesting what happens because that night we end up with another major, we call them discussions, but another major fight with me and my wife that ends up with my wife in tears, that ends up with us sleeping late, that ends up being it's a similar type of fight that we've had before. Basically, ego goes up, fear goes up. We've had concerns, things like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sitting there during the middle of this and I'm like, not again. And maybe you felt that way about your quantum leap this year. Maybe you felt like you're being stretched and you're being challenged and being pummeled and you're being like, things are starting to happen. You're like, is this worth it? Is all this pain worth it? Why can't we just be like everyone else? It seems like everyone else is just having life so easy. Why am I going through so much? And I wonder if you've ever felt that way towards your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. I want to give you some hope. I want to give you some awareness. I want to give you some wisdom today on that. And this is the reality of things. Okay. The reality is this, is you're always going to have some type of pain in life. You will. We live in a fallen world. We live in an imperfect world. And you're either going to have the pain of going through your challenge to grow and become the person that God designed you to be, the man you were designed to be, the woman you were designed to be, the mom you were designed to be, the business leader that you were designed to be. You're either going to have that growing pain or you will have the pain of regret. You have to choose your pain. There's a saying that you can choose the easy things now and experience hard later, or you can choose the hard things now and have things be easy later. You have to choose one of those two different types of things. It's the best and the worst part of a quantum leap. The reality is if you're trying to compress time frames towards your goals, if you're trying to do things faster, better, stronger, and everything, then it comes with all the challenges that start to come up faster as well too. And we have to be mindful to these things that are inevitable. And when we go through a quantum leap, you will be tested to the limits. I'm sure you have been this year already as much as I have as well too. But what do we do during these times? as we're going through what Bob Proctor calls a terror barrier, as we're battling our old selves and our old things. Going back to the story, I'm sitting there, we're on the bathroom floor. My wife is on the floor crying because basically fear comes up, my ego goes up, and I got male ego as much as any other male does as well too. Instead of being empathetic, I'm trying to correct the situation. Same old story. And I think to myself, James, why'd you do that again? Have you had that happen before? Have you had an old habit creep up again? Have you had something that you know you're not supposed to do, and yet you continue to do it? And you're like, why is this happening again? And in that moment, we have to understand that it's okay. It says in the good book, count it for all joy as you're going through these trials and these tribulations, because it perfects you. It makes you better. And as you go through these inevitable challenges, especially right now, I'm doing this live on January 11th, going into a new year, as you're going into your goals, as you're going through everything, realize that in order to make permanent transformational change in your mindset, in your personality, in your habits and everything, that it takes some time to be able to rewire yourself. So if you're anything like me and old habits are creeping back up, maybe you have that business goal and you know that you should be more organized and you're not being organized. Maybe you have a problem with procrastination. You're like, man, why do I keep on procrastinating? Maybe you have something where doubt and fear and anxiety keeps on coming up. You're like, man, why does that keep on coming up? And you look at these things, you have to be very mindful of these, because if we're not careful, these are going to be the reasons why we recede, not proceed, that we regress, not progress. That we look at those types of old habits, we say, man, is it worth it? Am I ever going to change? And you start going down this rabbit hole, don't you? And if we're not careful, we can let that little temptation of a lie hold us back from our transformation. But I want to encourage you today that it means you're on the right track. And what we have to do is we have to embrace those moments, embrace those challenges that continue to come up, even when you don't want them to come up. And just know, choose the better path. Choose the path and know that once you continue to go through this with inspired action, every single time you meet with this barrier, put a 3 in the chat if you've had old habits that keep on coming up. You keep on hitting that same barrier. You know you're supposed to respond with a positive attitude here, but you're responding with a negative attitude there. You know you're not supposed to get anxious about this, and yet you do. You know you're not supposed to fall into fear. You're supposed to go into faith, and yet you do. It's okay. And I appreciate the transparency. This is the reality. We go through that. Just understand that every single time that you go through this very same terror barrier, you go through this old habit, you're actually getting better. And what I want to challenge you to do is this. Really, really look at that. Really evaluate to yourself. What's happening? Why is this triggering? How do I do it better the next time? You're building up your muscle. You're rewiring your mind. You're reprogramming things. So for me, as I'm sitting there in the bathroom floor and I'm like, okay, James, all right, you did the same mistake again. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm not condemning myself. I'm like, it's all good. We all fall short. All right. I mess up, but I know the next time I'm reprogramming. You know what I'm doing? I'm actually looking at the habit. I'm saying, all right, next time that something like this happens, instead of having ego go up, you have humility go up. Instead of solving the problem, instead of being cold-hearted, be empathetic. When these problems go up, James, don't run away in fear. Lean in with love, because perfect love casts out all fear. I am literally journaling. I am literally reprogramming. I'm like, all right, this sucked that we went through it. And of course, we resolved everything. But the next time that this happens, I'm going to be ready. Are you? Because it will come up again. And you know what I'm committed to do? The next time that happens, as we're going towards our quantum leap, I'm like, I'm ready. Will you be ready? But you have to be ready for that opportunity. You have to be ready to be able to overcome that, because it will come again. We cannot be so naive to think that challenges, just because we overcame them once, will not come again. But as Jim Rohn says, don't wish you were easier, just simply wish you were better. But you have to be intentional about being better. To do it the better the next time, Carol. Do it better the next time, Annette. I'm saying that to myself. The next time that this happens, this situation that happens with me and my wife as we're having a conversation, I'm going to be ready to do things better. More love, more faith, more humility. And I cannot wait for that opportunity, because I know that when that happens, I'm going to be ready and we're going to overcome. We're going to go to the next level. And ultimately, you're going to chisel yourself to become the woman you were designed to be, the man you were designed to be, as you're moving towards your quantum leap. It's these challenges that are in between you and the quantum leap results that you want and everything. All right, everyone. So I want to share this with you because I'm sure if I'm going through this right now, then you're going through this as well too. So if you stick with us, I'm telling you, come on to this day by day, live on replay, share this, bring other people to this daily wisdom call as well too. I am committed that is if you continue to plug into this, that you will get quantum leaps in your life, because there are principles, there are laws, there are things that are designed to happen. If we do it together, you're going to see how we can grow together a lot more quickly as well too. All right, everyone. Oh, and end of the story, me and my wife, we made up faster than before. It ended up being the best, it ended up being an amazing conversation. What took these types of conversations before these types of fights would take us like 5 hours. We'd be sleeping super early in the morning. We slept before midnight still. Yeah, tears were shed, but we got closer, we got better. We resolved things, we forgave each other, and we're stronger, we're better. Things are good and everything. But even better, the next time, we're just going to avoid the situation, right? That's what wisdom is. And that's what I want for you as well too. I can't wait to see you continue to break through. January 11th, guys, keep on doubling down, keep on going towards your quantum leap, keep on keeping on, and there will come a day where freedom comes, and that's because you made that transformation. All right, everyone. Hey, enough. This blessed you. Like this, share this, subscribe to our YouTube as well too. Put this and all of our replays on as well too. Plug into our daily wisdom. We do this Monday through Friday, same place, same time. So I hope this blesses you. I hope this encourages you. I would love to hear your transformations. If any of this really, really impacted you, comment below as well too. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you're going through too. And cheers to your quantum leap. All right, everyone. Have an amazing day. Talk soon.